There's a phase in life that almost no one warns you about. It doesn't come with an obvious crisis, nor with an announced tragedy. It comes silently. You continue doing what you've always done, fulfilling obligations, keeping commitments, but something starts to weigh on you inside. A strange feeling of repetition, as if the days were passing too quickly, and at the same time nothing really new was happening. It's at this point that many people enter survival mode without realizing it. Living in survival mode doesn't mean being in misery or despair. On the contrary, often on the outside, everything seems normal. Work, routine, responsibilities in order. The problem is internal. You wake up already tired. You do what needs to be done, not what you really want. You solve problems all day long, but feel like you're always putting out fires, never building something bigger. Life becomes a constant response, not conscious creation. The most dangerous aspect of this state is that it becomes comfortable. Not comfortable in the sense of pleasure, but in the sense of predictability. You know what to expect, you know how to cope, you know how to manage. And this predictability creates a trap. You stop questioning, you stop dreaming. You stop wondering if this is really the limit of your existence. Most people spend years like this. Some spend their entire lives like this. Not because they are weak, but because they have adapted too much. They have learned to endure. They have learned to put up with it. They have learned to live in a getting by mode. And each day that passes in this way reinforces the idea that this is just how it is. That adult life is like this. That there is no room for something greater. But there comes a point when this adaptation starts to take its toll. You begin to lose energy. You lose enthusiasm. You lose curiosity. Things that once excited you no longer have the same effect. Achievements don't generate lasting satisfaction. Rest doesn't restore you. And even without a clear reason, you feel that something is wrong. This discomfort isn't ingratitude. It's a sign that you're living below your conscious potential. Human beings weren't made just to survive, pay bills, and repeat the same days. They were made to grow, expand, and evolve internally. When this expansion is blocked for too long, the body and mind send a warning. The problem is that the world encourages survival mode. It rewards those who stay busy, not those who are conscious. It values those who endure, not those who question. It normalizes chronic fatigue, constant anxiety, and a lack of meaning. And when everyone around you is like that, you start to think that the problem is you for feeling different. This is where the confusion begins. You start blaming yourself for not being satisfied. You start wondering if you're demanding too much from life, if you shouldn't just be grateful and move on. And this internal dialogue pushes you towards more adaptation, more silence, more denial of what you truly feel. Leaving survival mode doesn't happen with an impulsive decision. It's not about dropping everything at once. It's not about escaping reality. It's an internal change before any external change. It's about regaining the ability to choose consciously instead of just reacting to what comes along. The first step is admitting that you're living on autopilot, that a large part of your day is reaction, not intention, that you wake up already responding to external demands, expectations, and pressures. Admitting this hurts because it dismantles the narrative that you are in control. But this pain is necessary, because nobody changes what they don't recognize. When you start to observe your own routine honestly, you realize how many decisions are made without being present. How much you do things simply because you've always done them. How much you maintain habits, relationships, and commitments that drain you more than they build you up. And you also realize how much you've postponed your own life waiting for the right moment. Survival mode also creates a strange relationship with time. You're always waiting. Waiting for the end of the day, the end of the week, the holidays, the next year, as if real life were always a little further ahead. And while you wait, the days go by, one after the other, identical, silently. Those who break free from this mindset begin to bring the future into the present. They start asking themselves, what can I do today to get closer to the life I want to live? Even if it's small, even if it's imperfect, even if no one sees it. This question changes everything, because it transforms the ordinary day into a space for building. There is a deep fear behind survival mode, the fear of taking full responsibility for one's own life. While you are merely reacting, you can blame the context, the circumstances, the obligations. When you begin to create, there is nowhere left to run, and that is frightening. Because creating requires the courage to make mistakes, adjust, and continue. But that's precisely when the energy returns, not explosively, but steadily. You start to feel that you're making progress, even if slowly, that there's direction, that the effort makes sense. And when the effort makes sense, it's less tiring. Leaving survival mode also changes your relationship with people. You realize that many connections were sustained only by complaining, repetition, and distraction. When you change, these connections weaken, not because of conflict, but because of misalignment. And this can lead to loneliness at first. This solitude, however, is not emptiness. It is space. Space to rebuild oneself, to listen to oneself, to redefine priorities, to create criteria, to stop mixing with everything just to avoid being alone. Those who learn to be with themselves without running away never again accept a small life simply out of fear of loneliness. There is a crucial point in this transition to stop romanticizing suffering. Many people pride themselves on enduring everything, on never stopping, on always being able to cope. But enduring is not living, resisting is not growing, and surviving is not the ultimate goal of human existence. You don't need a crisis to change. You don't need to wait until you get sick, break down, or completely lose yourself. You can consciously choose to get out of survival mode now. Choose to slow down wherever possible. Choose to say no to what no longer makes sense. Choose to invest energy in what builds, not just what occupies space. This requires difficult choices. It requires letting go of certain distractions, of certain patterns, of certain expectations of others. But in return, you recover something very valuable: presence. You begin to live the days, not just go through them. You begin to notice details, to feel more, to make better decisions. Life doesn't become perfect. Problems continue to exist. Obligations don't disappear, but the difference is internal. You stop being pushed and start walking. You stop surviving and start building. And this change, although invisible to many, completely transforms your life experience. Perhaps you're hearing this and recognizing yourself, feeling that you've been living more on autopilot than you'd like, that you're tired not only physically, but existentially. If so, don't ignore this sign. It didn't come to judge you, it came to wake you up. You don't need to change everything today. You just need to stop pretending everything is okay if it's not. You need to choose one small, conscious act of living, a commitment to yourself, a step outside of autopilot, and repeat it day after day. Now I want to ask you something direct. In what area of your life do you feel you are just surviving when you could be living more consciously? Write it in the comments. Naming it is already a powerful step. If this content resonated with you, please like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who also feels like they are living on autopilot. Because life wasn't just meant to be endured. It was meant to be lived with presence, purpose, and real creation.